A Facebook page for your church lets you extend a piece of your community beyond the walls and outside worship and meeting times. You can use the profile page to provide basic information like locations and worship times, and you can tell congregants and friends about upcoming events and share photos and messages which will appear in your followers' news feeds. In this video, we'll create a Facebook page for your church and then create an event within the church's Facebook page. I assume you already have a Facebook account of your own. If you don't and don't know how to create one, watch the video Getting Started with Facebook first. To get started, from your personal Facebook page, go to the Facebook menu bar across the top, and to the very right-hand side, there's a little arrow pointing downward. Click that and you'll pop up a menu of options. Pick the first one, Create Page. That will take you to the Create a Page screen in Facebook. There are several categories of pages. The one we're interested in is the company, organization, or institution page type. When you click on that, it asks you a couple more questions. First is a pop-up menu with categories of institutions to choose from. There's a long list, but you'll see there's one that's actually church religious organization. That's the one we want. And then it will ask you for the name of the organization. You want to put in the name of the church here. Then just click Get Started. Facebook will then prompt you for a description of your institution. Just 10 or 20 words. Basically describe your church the way you want it to be presented in simple, direct language. And then if your church has a website that is separate from this, you can put the URL for that website in as well. Of course, there are all kinds of things with pages in Facebook, and the next couple of questions ask you specifically, is this page for a real organization? And the answer to that is yes. And is this the official representation of that organization on Facebook? The answer to that, I assume, would also be yes. This allows for the possibility of people creating fan pages or unauthorized pages for organizations. But for our purposes, the answer to both questions is a simple yes. Then simply click Save Info and upload a picture for your profile picture for the church. This could obviously be a picture of the church, or it could be something else. That's entirely up to you. On the next screen, click Add to Favorites and click Next. This will put a link to the church page directly in your favorites in your left-hand column of your personal page. The next screen is about doing advertising, which is beyond the scope of this video, so just click Skip for now. So you now have a page for your church. When you land on the page, when you are the administrator of the page, there is a top section called Page Manager that has information that is not seen by people just visiting the page. None of this is filled out at this point because there's been no activity on the page yet. There is a Hide Show button, always visible for you as an administrator, in the top area there. In addition to your profile picture, your page on Facebook has a cover photo, just like personal accounts do. You can use this strategically to convey information like worship times and to highlight activities in your congregation, such as service projects and art exhibits. Or the cover photo could reflect the church seasons to help people learn more about them. So since there is no cover image right now, there's a little button called Add a Cover. You click on that, and you're presented with options to choose from your existing portfolio of images or to upload one. In this case, we're uploading a photo. If the image is the correct size, it fills the space perfectly. If you do upload an image that's a different size, you can drag it to position that part which will be used as the cover photo. Another powerful tool when using a Facebook page for your church is the ability to create events. You can create an event page for anything like a vacation Bible school or a summer camp or an important meeting of your congregation. To create an event, as you can see above the little box where you would type in a status message, there's also a little picture of a calendar with the word event next to it. You click on that and it'll pick event, and there's a little pop-up menu with the information for the event. You fill in the name of the event, some details about it, a location, and if you start typing and it looks like a location that is known on the map, it will offer to fill that out. If not, you can put in something specific that means something to your congregation. And then for the when, you can pick a date and a time for the start, and if there's a specific end time that you want to also display, you can pick an end time as well. There's a category option, which isn't that important, but if you want to correctly categorize the event, you can do that. In this case, it's a meeting. If you check the box, only admins can post to the event wall, you make it a one-way messaging system where those who join the event will then receive updates from you about the status of the event as it's developing. If you leave this box unchecked, then any congregant who joins the event can post to the wall for the event, in which case the event's wall becomes a little community where those who are saying they are coming to the event can make plans in advance and can share photos and posts and stories during and after the event. So that's it. You've created a live Facebook event. Of course, nobody knows about it yet. Facebook has just added a post to the church's wall announcing that the event has been created. You will want to send additional messages out there letting people know that it exists, both status updates with links to the event and also possibly use the invite button to send emails to people you know you want to invite. You can also add status updates to the wall for the church, just as you do with an individual account. And you can use this to let people know about things quickly, but you can also use it to post daily prayer, Bible verse, quotes, or reflections to help followers stay centered in their faith throughout the day. One other little note, because you are an admin for the page, when you post something, it is posted as the page, not as you. Sometimes, though, you want to post on the church's page as yourself as an individual because you want the voice to be yours. At the top of the page, you see there's an option. So if you click on that, then until you change it back or log out, you will be posting not as the church, but as yourself. So that's it. Your church's Facebook page exists. Of course, you're the only person following it at this point. So the next thing you want to do is get the word out. You'll want to encourage all your congregants to like the page so that they will be following it and get the information in their own feeds. You will want to encourage people to check in at the church when they are there for events and even for worship. That will put the church's page in the feed. And you'll also want to encourage people to invite their friends to like your page so that they become followers as well. If you're looking to get a few more followers, you might try offering a promotional campaign, giving a prize to, say, the 100th person who likes the page. One of the benefits of social media and Facebook is that when people interact with your page, even if they're not congregants, information about that interaction showing up on their wall could let other people know about your church that may not have heard about it otherwise. So that's all you really need to know about creating a page for your church in Facebook, but we obviously haven't covered everything. There's a lot more that you can explore and try, like creating advertising, doing different kinds of posts, and trying in different ways to get your congregation engaged on the page so that it's more active. But the page is live, and you can add posts to it and start adding followers. There are other instructional videos, including one about setting up the Facebook account in the first place, and another about creating a Twitter account, plus other resources and event information on the website listed here.